Hey, it's Dusty Thunder again with another Reddit story for you. This one is titled, Am I the Astronaut for Refusing to Share My Engagement Party with My Non-Engaged Sister? What would you call that party then? It's a engagement-ish party? I just got engaged to my partner of 4 years, and my parents said that they would throw us an engagement party. They're paying for everything, but I want to make it a shared engagement party for both me and my sister. I have a slight problem with this because my sister isn't actually engaged. Hold up. So OP is wanting to make it a shared engagement party. Okay. She has been dating her boyfriend for 12 years, and he gave her a promise ring shortly after my engagement. We're all in our late 20s, early 30s, so pretty much everyone except for my sister and our parents thinks that this is kind of childish and ridiculous. I've had many conversations with my sister over the years that have boiled down to, look, if he wanted to marry you, he would. But she has stayed with him and held out hope. And I suppose she took the promise ring as a close enough kind of gesture because she is treating it exactly like an engagement ring. My fiance reached out to her boyfriend because he was equally confused and said, are you guys engaged? And he outright said that they weren't. Nonetheless, my sister is showing the ring to everyone and even putting together a wedding planning binder. I feel bad for her. I really do. But she's also a grown woman, and I don't feel like I should have to enable this farce. I've been dealing with, don't forget about sister, make sure sister is included, my whole life, and I was really hoping that my engagement, if nothing else, would actually be my own. I'd rather just not have an engagement party at all than play along with this weird fantasy. My fiance would rather have a weird party than no party, and my parents are scolding me for being so selfish to want to exclude my sister. Okay, so OP doesn't want her sister there because her sister isn't actually engaged. I didn't know adults did promise rings. I thought that was like a very young couple kind of thing. But I haven't heard the words promise ring in a very, very, very long time. To be fair, Beyonce only said if you like it, then you better put a ring on it. She never specified what kind of ring we were talking about, did she? Next time, Beyonce, could you be more specific? Your fiance needs to ask her sort of betrothed. I don't even know what to call him. Her promised one. That's what we'll call him moving forward. He's the promised one. You were meant to bring balance to the Force, Anakin. Maybe that needs to be the play. Maybe your fiance needs to reach out to him, be like, so is it that you have something against marriage, or were you just trying to shut her up? I mean, be blunt about it, because it is going to affect your event here. I don't think people have parties to celebrate promise rings. I don't know. Man, I don't. Yeah, I think this was a shut up ring. I think that's it. But she's taking it like she's running with it 100%. And I think somebody's got to clarify and be like, yo, are y'all engaged? But you've got to ask him in front of her, or send her the screenshot where he said no, and maybe that will clarify things. Better yet, here we go. Your parents are paying for the party. They're the ones pressuring you to include her, right? Send them the screenshot of where he said no. Problem solved. Problem solved. Those are the only people that you have to convince here, because they're the one footing the bill for everything, right? They're the ones pressuring you to include her. And if you want them, I feel like the people footing the bill for this kind of thing should have some say, should have some vote here. And they're going to be the ones that ultimately could be like, she's going to be there, like it or not, unless you can prove to them that they are not actually engaged. Send them the screenshot. That's it. Or talk about it in front of her. I mean, that could be done too. But I think problem one, getting out of having to have her at this party is a parent thing. Just show them the screenshot. That should release you from it. If not, step 2 is having a conversation in front of sis about it and getting him to say what he said to your fiance in front of her, so that she really realizes that this isn't what she thinks it is. This poor girl, but he told her it was a promise ring. She's just got these delusions of grandeur at this moment and is running with it. So I don't know. Yeah, it is sad. I do feel bad for her, but no, you are not the asshole here, OP. I believe we've already said that, but just in case, you are not the asshole for refusing to share your engagement party with your non-engaged sister. I think this is one of those things where parents are, even though that they know this is a promise ring, they have fallen into the act that your sister is pushing forward in this narrative that it might as well be the same thing. But her boyfriend, non-betrothed, says that it's not, and his voice has to come into here to their ears at some point here. It sucks for everybody. There's no win here. She's going to end up really pissed off at you either way. So just accept that. But unless you want a really cringy engagement party with with the adult equivalent of a high school couple that just decided they're going to stay together, then you got to do it. You got to do it. And her narrative is like she's getting at the wedding planning book. She pulled out the Monica binder. She's like, it's go time. And he's like, no, it's not. But I don't think the parents have heard that yet, because if they had heard that, then they would have already known that. And then OP's fiance wouldn't have had to reach out and ask for clarification. But he did, which means they don't know.